Hello everyone, my name's JubileeBlais and welcome to a brand new top 10. This top 10 has been requested so many times by you guys and I finally got around to it. Earlier this year in April, I uploaded a video called My Favorite Webkinz from Each Year for Webkinz Day 2018. So to make a counterpart to that video, I figured I'd share with you guys 10 of my least favorites. Over my years on Kinstagram and KinzTube, I have been asked, what is your least favorite Webkinz? Lots and lots of times. So I have concluded what I think is my top 10 least favorites. I just want to let you guys know, I don't completely hate all the Webkinz on this list. I like a few other Webkinz more, and there's just a few reasons that I dislike them more than others. Just a warning if it wasn't clear, this video is highly opinionated and will reflect 10 of my least favorites. This will not reflect your list, and if you want to do one of these lists, feel free. There is also a pretty good chance that I could choose one of your favorite Webkinz as my least favorite. And there's a good chance you're gonna get really angry and want to write me a hate comment and unsubscribe. And to that, honestly, I say do it. Because if you're that lame and uncool that you want to genuinely hate someone for not liking a stuffed creature, it's just really, really sad. If you're lame to hate someone for that alone, then we don't need you people on this channel. But if you are one of the cool kids, you can hear an opinion and say, they don't like something I like. And if that's the case, I probably don't like a Webkinz that they actually like. But never mind that, we both like Webkinz. What are we arguing about? You know, I'm gonna move on with my life and not have a whole tantrum just because someone doesn't like a Webkinz. But in fact, you are one of the cool kids and want to enjoy some awesome content, then welcome everyone to my top 10 least favorite Webkinz. To make this video a bit more upbeat, I decided that I'd try and share one redeeming factor about each pet. Essentially, one thing that isn't completely awful about it. Number 10, the Bloofadoodle. The reason for the Bloofadoodle being on this list is to do with my personal experience with it rather than its looks. I mean, I actually think this Webkinz is well designed and is really cute. I just have had an awful experience with the pet. A few months after I got my camera, I decided to take pictures with it. As I was taking pictures with it, I accidentally dropped it on cement when I was trying to use timer mode, and it didn't really go well. The camera was scuffed up, and it's not horribly damaged, but it still annoys me. Each time I see the little chip, it always reminds me of these pictures and the Bloofadoodle. I associate the Bloofadoodle with this camera incident, and it's really unfortunate because this Bloofadoodle is really cute. Years back, I was having a conversation with Forever KinzTuber and started talking about the Bloofadoodle, except back then I called it the Bluffadoodle. She pointed out to me I was mispronouncing it, and I instantly realized how dumb I was. It was a really silly mistake, and it was really obvious that it was the Bloofadoodle, not the Bluffadoodle. It made me feel really stupid, and I still sometimes mispronounce it to this day, and it makes me feel just really dumb. The redeeming qualities for this pet are extremely easy. It has a wonderful design, it's a creative idea, and it's really cute. My personal experiences have unfortunately ruined this Webkinz for me. Number 9, the signature Dama Gazelle. The Gazelle really has 3 main reasons for me disliking it. The first one being it's incredibly difficult to photograph. Second, it's annoying to shelve. And 3, it keeps hitting me on the head. Starting with 1, the Webkinz is incredibly annoying to take pictures with. Its head is turned one way and the body is as stiff as a board. One of the only great photos I've seen is this photo by Webkinz762 on Instagram. This is pretty much the only pose you can put it in, and it's a great photo. You guys should go follow them. Not only is it difficult to photograph, but it's also difficult to shelve for the same reason, its obscure shape. The tall antlers and long body means you can only put it really on the bottom shelf or the top shelf, and when it's on the top shelf, this happens. It keeps hitting me. Whenever I put this Webkinz on a shelf, it always ends up falling down, just as I'm walking by too. It always hits me right on the head and gets me really annoyed. This Webkinz is so annoying. The only redeeming factor I can think about this pet is it was a cool idea, but executed terribly. Number 8, the Signature Cocker Spaniel. Whoa, guys, don't get your pitchforks out yet. Hear me out, please. The reason for me disliking this pet is way more deep than looks. Let us go back to over 3 years ago. I was at dinner eating Japanese food at a local restaurant when all of a sudden I checked Amazon. It's also worth mentioning that this was at the beginning of my Webkinz collecting journey. Anyways, I saw a Signature Cocker Spaniel on Amazon for $19.99. $19.99, new with tag, new condition, all of it. Nowadays on Amazon, they're upwards of $110, and on eBay, they're not much better at upwards of $90. After we got home from dinner, I was pumped to purchase this Webkinz. It was a really rare signature I heard at the time, and I was really excited because I really liked the look of it. It was maybe an hour later, and all of a sudden I checked Amazon, and it was gone. This was one of the first times this happened to me as a kid and would unfortunately lead to many, many more disappointments. I was incredibly disappointed. I mean, how old was I? Maybe 10? I was really disappointed and I couldn't get over it for a long time. Redeeming qualities are easy. Great design, very cute, and pretty much everything about this pet, except my own personal experience. The same thing happened to me with the Signature Gorilla and Signature Hippo. I found them at TJ Maxx and passed them up because I didn't have the money at the time. Back then I was pretty much broke, even though they were only $7 each. Nowadays the Gorilla is around $14 and the Hippo is almost $60. Wow, do I regret this. I have not gotten them since to this day, nor do I honestly want to. Number 7, the Gorilla. The Gorilla has really one main problem, and that's that its eyes are pretty much hidden. You can hardly ever see them in pictures. They really make them appealing in stock photos, but that's just so you'll buy them. In reality, you can barely see them, and they're pretty much the equivalent to a black blob. It's impossible to take any attractive photo with this pet, and you can use any other Webkinz and it'll be better to take pictures with than this one. Sorry, Gorilla, it's kinda just true. The only redeeming factor of this pet is it's kinda cute in its own special way. Number 6, the Carrots Bunny. The Carrots Bunny has 2 different reasons for being on this list. It's incredibly boring and lazy design, but it has one major reason besides appearance. On April 22nd, 2017, at CardSmart, I found a load of Carrots bunnies. All the bunnies had their magic W on their back left foot, but I found one odd one out with one on their back right foot. This is incredibly rare, and I didn't know it at the time, so I passed it up. Months later, when I went back, they were all gone. I missed out on an incredibly rare opportunity. It aggravates me so much, and when I see this Webkinz, it reminds me of the mistake I made. The boring design isn't pulling its weight enough for me to like it anymore. The only redeeming factor I can think about it is it's a bunny and I like bunnies. Number 5, the Razzle Dazzle Dog. Okay, I'm just gonna straight out say it. This thing is so ugly. It looks like someone shaved a chihuahua and made it look like a lion, except it has an afro, and then they dyed it pink. The worst part is clearly the name. I mean, Razzle Dazzle Dog? It just sounds so bad. The whole thing is a bright in-your-face pink. In the same month, they made the Tickled Pink Cat, and it's not nearly as bad. I mean, the pink is more subtle, and the fur is less obnoxious and in your face. And of course, 5 months prior, they made the Love Spaniel. Why'd you have to recreate it? It was fine by itself. The redeeming factor is... it could be worse. Number 4. There's not many things that make me more physically uncomfortable than this Webkinz, the Chi Chi Chihuahua. It just creeps me out. The way it cocks its head and the pink coloring, it's just really creepy. The same way some people hate clowns, I hate the Chi Chi Chihuahua. The regular Chihuahua doesn't even bother me either. This pet has 0 redeeming factors, but that's of course not the only reason I hate it. This Webkinz was ranked number 1 on my top 10 Webkinz you didn't know existed list. If you haven't watched this video yet, don't watch it. It's put together in 20 minutes and had zero organization, no script, and was just awful, so I remade the video. But everyone watches the old one. Because this dog is closely associated with a top 10 that I hate, it takes number 4 on this list. And if I didn't mention it, it's creepy! Number 3, the orca. My dislike for this Webkinz comes from our very long story, but here's the accelerated version. I was at a Goodwill by the pound, which essentially you search through bins. There's a bunch of clothing, electronics, plush, and just about anything. I was searching through a very crowded area, searching through bins, and I came to a Webkinz orca new with tag. I was super excited. I started to fight through the crowd with my arms full, and when I tried to reach for it, bam! This woman took it right from the bin and snatched it from me. I was so close. Lots of stuff happened after this, but in the very end, I didn't get it. I still haven't gotten this one to this day either, which is depressing. Redeeming factors are easy. It's cute, unique, it's a great quality Webkinz. The bummer is, I was so close to it. I was an arm length away, and I still don't have it. Number 2, the lovely fox.
Oh, that's better. Well, anyways, the lovely love fox. Wow. I don't even know where to begin with this one. This one, it's just a mess. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it looks like a grandma that put on way too much makeup, for one. I don't understand what Gans was doing. Like, I understand, yeah, we gotta have a Valentine's Day Webkinz. Like, heck yeah, I'm totally down for that. Like, Valentine's Day Webkinz have been great so far. But, guys, what happened? It just looked like you guys just didn't know what to do anymore, and you just kind of gave up with this one. It's so awkward. I don't know how else to put it. And the cheeks are really big. It looks like the fox just did the Kylie Jenner lip challenge, but except their cheeks. Like, I'm not sure what happened, but oh girl, she needs some help.
It's the Fiesta unicorn. This thing made number 1. Yep, I really don't like this thing. It's super ugly and just plain hideous. The colors are pure obnoxious, and it reminds me of something that might give you an epileptic seizure. If the stripes were changed to flashing lights, it would cause all of us to go to the hospital. Seizure anybody? Looking at it, it does not remind me of a fiesta. I could use 17 other words to describe it before I choose the word fiesta to describe this unicorn. At least they put some creativity into the oatmeal kangaroo's name besides just a slightly lighter brown kangaroo. To me, the rainbow unicorn fits better, but honestly, I think seizure unicorn would fit a lot better. This thing has zero redeeming features, just like the lovely fox. Not to mention, they have practically 70 other Webkinz unicorns. I suppose that's the end of that list. Be sure to leave some of your least favorite Webkinz in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed at least a little bit of this video, and even if you disagree with someone in the comments, it's fine, because in the end, we all love Webkinz in general. Please don't tear each other apart in the comments. Okay, thanks, bye! And of course, an extra big thank you to Music Pup for helping me out and lending her amazing thoughts on the lovely fox. And also final special thanks to these awesome people below who gave me inspiration on this list from some way or another. And finally, thank you so much for watching. As always, I've been JubileeBlais, and you guys have been awesome. Bye!